All right,
Hello.
everybody, to the Chemist Fair is Boss Chick and Miss Kim herself. We have a live setup to talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of the woman with a lot of kids, single or not single. Let me take the banner off.
Not even all of them right now.
As she said, the strain, the stress of having a lot of kids. You have to run, do this, do calendars. It's just, how does that affect like the child? I mean, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. They get to learn from other kids. Let's look at another
Well,
video.
okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hey, Radiant Shadow, Minalik, Channy, Brown Eyes, Bonnie. Hello, welcome.
Miss Kim is here.
Hey, Tony. Thanks for coming in.
Children. No, no one
Janae.
have the house alone to ourselves.
No, impossible.
I think the difficulties for me is keeping things clean and organized and everybody else on track. When I go shopping, I spend between $250 to $500 every shopping trip. It doesn't take much for us to fill up the fridge. Negative comments, people are upset that we're having more children and overpopulating the world.
I think when they see a big family, like, oh my God, that must be chaotic. Oh, that must be so much work.
I'm pulling my pants down.
I have all 5 little girls, and then I have the middle girls, and then I have the boys. Then I go on to my teenagers, Malachi, Braden, Caden, Michaela, and mom, and dad.
When I met my wife, I had 2 children.
And I had 3.
And together we've had 7.
When I could,
It looks a lot of chaotic, like a lot going on. Like your hair to be, wait, do this, do that. It's just a lot to have a lot of kids.
Yeah, I would think so. I grew up in a family of, I had 3, I had 6 brothers. And of course, I didn't have any sisters. My parents didn't give me one. I had my
Lucky
3
you.
brothers. Yeah, right. No, I hated it. I had my 3 brothers from my mom and my dad, and then my stepdad had 3 sons that lived in and out of our home. So I grew up with the 6 boys in the house. Hello, TT, welcome. I grew up with the 6 boys in the house, but next door to us was a family that had 12 kids, and next door to them was a family that had 17 children. And they had children from a couple years younger than me up to my mom's age. And I had never, at that time I was 12. And, I would watch them share clothes and sleep in the same room together. And, I loved that because everything I had was my own. Everything, I had my own room, but my brothers shared a room. Everything was mine, my own hairbrush, comb, everything I had was just mine. When my brothers got to share everything. And the people next door and down the street, I watched them share clothes, shoes, and all kinds of things. But I can't imagine having 16, 17 children. You would have to have a very strict schedule. Like, there's no way you could not have a planner in your purse and a big schedule on the wall. Yes. So any comments or questions, anybody's opinion on how women?
I'm going to play some more of the video.
for the children, it usually takes me anywhere between 1 to 3 hours, depending on what I'm making for the day. I can usually kind of get everything ready. Like, I'm going to pull out the hamburger for dinner tonight after I pretty much get breakfast rolling, but I can do a lot of stuff at the same time. A typical day for for us is pretty much go time. I'm like, okay, put the laundry in right now, and then I'm gonna go start the breakfast. And then while I do that, I'm gonna have them hop in the shower, and then I'm gonna get the lunch ready right now, and then I'm gonna clean up. So I kind of keep things in order.
Norwegian Escape is filled with unexpected
Sorry, y'all.
surprises. We love a sugar
It
cake
wasn't
mojito
edited
bar
before.
and do
How did you both meet?
My daughter had been in an accident. I was in a place where I could not communicate with her, or I didn't have all the information. She knew all the information. I didn't know her at the time. It started over just telephone, us talking. And I started calling her every day. And then in July, I came back to Spokane, and we got married 28 days later.
We actually had conversations prior to getting married, and I kind of like laid out some things of where I still wanted to have a big family. It wasn't intimidating. It seemed like my whole life, my whole childhood, I was like preparing to be all their moms.
How did you react when you found out that your two families were going to merge?
I was excited at the time, but kind of nervous. I had two other brothers. It was just the three of us. And then having a ton of more people come in my life was just like a little weird, but it was fun.
I actually met my stepmom before the wedding. So I knew her, but I didn't know her kids. And I actually didn't meet them until I believe the day before. So it's kind of a little bit like, whoa.
Now that's another thing, blending the families. Like, you're not having the babies all from one parent. Like, that must be like a nervous experience. Like, I gotta meet my stepsisters and stepbrothers for the first time.
Right. Exactly. Brown Eyes has a comment. Do you see it, Boss Chick? Yes.
Okay. I love big families. I love big families. I had 5 children. They are grown now, but it's better when they are small. But when they get teenagers, it's worse because they have their own attitudes. I know my experience growing up, I had to share room. I hated sharing my room with my sister.
Really?
I had to keep my side clean. She had to keep her side clean. It's like,
was it a big age difference?
No, we about couple months, 13 months apart.
Oh, okay. That was close in age. Okay.
Yeah, it was too close. My mama had us like back to back. But my grandma had a lot of kids. And that was back in the days where they had to go work in the fields with her.
Well, interesting. Yeah, I wanted to have 10 boys because I just didn't have girls around me. I wanted to have 10 boys. And after my second marriage, I was like, no. My second marriage, 5 kids. I was like, this ain't gonna work. It's no way. But I did, just growing up watching the Brady Bunch and the Cosbys and all these shows, the Partridge Family. I just didn't understand why God didn't give me a big brother or a sister. And I was just a little upset about it. So I thought I was just gonna have a big family of my own, which just turned out to be 5 and not 10. Yeah, that's kind of my story.
Mother was one of 19 children in Virginia, 10 girls and 9 boys, 2 sets of twins. They didn't all live at the house at once.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of kids living.
Barbara, what was the reason they didn't all live at the house? Do you know? And if anybody would like to come up, the link is in the chat.
Now, it wasn't too bad because, like I said, it was just me and my sister. So it was 2 of us sharing a room. But I've seen other families where they sleep in 3 in a bed.
I'm having my network keeps cutting out.
Their age difference. Okay, they age differed. Is the reason they didn't all stay at the home at the same time.
Oh, okay, I understand. So that must have. I
found out that like we were going to have like a blend.
You what?
Go ahead, Boss Chick.
Blended family was kind of like a mixed feeling. We didn't know we were gonna have this much sibling at this time. It was like, oh, it's not gonna be that many. But then like after years, it's kind of like, wow.
We ended up having to get 2 SUVs very quickly. Actually, we had a truck with 6 and a SUV, but then it's over the years, it's been one by one added on. So
the SUVs get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
What are the difficulties of having such a big family?
Keeping things clean and organized and everybody else on track. Those are my biggest difficulties.
Do people have any misconceptions about what it's like to have a big family?
Negative comments. People are upset that we're having more children and overpopulating the world. And so that's kind of one where we're like, well, hold on a minute here. We're not raising people with entitlement issues. We're raising people who are going to put into society and into the world and be more of an asset, than a liability.
There's a huge misconception. I think that they believe it's chaos. I think when they see a big family, like, oh my God, that must be chaotic. Oh, that must be so much work. It is work, obviously, but I think any home comes with work. So it's a matter of what order you put that work in and how efficient that machine runs, right?
When I go shopping, I usually buy like 4 to 5 gallons of milk at a time. So we're on our last bit. We just use all of our eggs, which go right here. And I think we used like a 24 pack. I spend like really between $250 to $500 every shopping trip. So I'm like ordering from Costco, delivery, Instacart. While I'm cooking, I'm like, oh, I need this. And so I'll usually put an order together like that. And how often do you make those grocery trips? Usually at least once a week, if not more.
So she spends like $250. That's not bad. But the cost of living to feed your family nowadays is a lot. Like I went to the store and got 2 meals for $80.
Oh my goodness.
Only 2 meals.
For $80?
I got a little milk and potatoes and stuff on the side, but only 2 meals, $80. So $250, that's not too bad.
I'm sorry,
boss. Got a lot of stuff already at home.
Getting out. I'm missing a lot because I keep getting kicked off the internet. The last thing I heard was you said you spent $80 on 2 meals, and that's 2 meals that you were cooking or fast food.
No, 2 meals to cook for the week.
Wow, unbelievable! Hey, Arafat, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. I think my issue would be probably the schedule. One, I would probably be good at the schedule. I'm good at scheduling, but to have to keep the house clean constantly with that many kids in the house, even I could deal with the cooking, getting up, making sure the meals were done, but to just constantly be picking up after the kids, especially if they're not at the age where they can help you clean up and help you wash all the bottles and all the dishes, that would be a lot.
But 2 hours in the kitchen, I want to go in there and make a meal with less than 30 minutes.
Wow. And she has how many kids? 16?
That's 18. We're judged for having 18 kids.
Now, who did she say judged her?
Christmas is, I say it's fun,
I guess,
but it's work. It is work.
Yeah, we're going to drop 10K.
10K
on Christmas.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what that looks like.
So I sleep here with Heavenly and Ellie. They're both
10K on a Christmas. My kids don't even get 10K for
what?
They barely get 500 apiece. That's a lot to spend for Christmas.
Airfare said, yep, sounds about right. So I missed her comment. Sounds about right. It cost me $500 each month to feed 3 people. Damn it. I'm going to have you know what? I'm going to be shocked when I get back to the U.S. Like, that's going to be a whole nother shock is getting back to the U.S. and having to buy food.
A little thing of ground beef, which I normally can pull off because it's a family of 3 for us. It's about what? $7 for a little thing of ground beef.
Wow.
Let me mercy. Would you
Barbara said, picture them all using the outhouse for the bathroom. No, I cannot picture that, Barbara. Can you imagine all
waiting in
times of the
line?
day and night? Kids have to go
Mm-hmm.
outside to use the bathroom. What the hell?
And that's for the
I
people that
am here,
didn't have bathrooms inside.
Right. Imagine having to go out. You got 18 children, and in any time of the 24 hours, they have to go outside to use the bathroom. And imagine this one kid that's scared to go, and you got to get up with that kid and go out with, oh God. Because I would be that scary kid.
Literally like a bathroom schedule. This is your time to go in and get ready for school. This is such and such time. But what if there's like a mishap and like this person's stomach is bubbling and they can't wait? It is a hot mess. But like I said, it could be advantages and disadvantages to having kids, because the learning that other kids can pick up from their brothers and sisters.
Yes, exactly.
Opposed to
Thank
having
you, Barbara, for being here. We have another moderator in the house, which is Barbara. Thanks for helping out, Barbara. I appreciate you.
Opposed to me having like just me and my sister, we already fought. You know, you taking too long in the bathroom. Come on, it's my turn. Having 18 kids, you gotta have multiple bathrooms.
5 in the house, and then one turned 18. I had 4, and when I had 4, we ended up moving into this house that had 1 bathroom. I had never had a house with 1 bathroom, and that was a headache. I had a middle school kid, an elementary school kid, 2 middle school kids, and 1 high school kid, and it was hell having 1 bathroom. So I cannot imagine how many bathrooms this lady would need.
But this is the situation I was talking about, where they sleep multiple in a bed.
1 and 2 on the king size. Now on the queen size, we have our 5-year-old Lily, and then a 6-year-old Isabella, and a 7-year-old Krista. So that's all that sleeps in this room. I do have siblings that get on my nerves. If they get in my stuff, or get my makeup, or my nail stuff, it really ticks me off. This is where Andrew sleeps, and Andrew is 9. Right?
I'm 8.
Oh, he's 8. Andrew's 8. And then this is Christopher's bed. I think he's 4.
He's 5. You need to keep
And then this is Donnie's bed. Donnie's the same age as Andrew, and apparently he's 8. So this is a little boy's room.
My siblings do get on my nerves quite often, mainly the younger ones, because they're still trying to understand boundaries. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that?
This is my parents' room. So the baby and Briella sleeps in here with my mom and my dad. And some of them just like to chill in here.
You ever feel lonely in this house?
Lonely? No. You want to be lonely in this house?
Do you ever get the house to yourselves?
No.
I don't know when we've ever had the house alone to ourselves. I don't think we ever have.
No. Impossible.
What do you think would be like if you don't have the house to yourselves?
It'd be clean. If I had the house to myself, it would be clean.
I would take a nap. That's what I would do.
What I love most about raising a huge family is really the end goal. We're molding people. So it's a huge responsibility.
Our hope, right, is that we're raising world changers, people who are going to come in and show the same grace and mercy they were raised with and make the world a better place.
What I like about having so many siblings is you're never alone, and there's always something to do, because there's always somebody to do something with.
I like that there's a lot of different personalities in the mix.
I think everybody in our family knows what their part and their role and their position is.
Yeah.
And they know how to move when they're called on it.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think we do well. And as far as the team goes, we make a great baseball team.
Well, we're not planning on having any more, but
I'm absolutely 100% not planning on having any more children. I love the numbers that we have right now.
A blended family.
Wow. Boss Chick, how old is the one with the makeup on?
I don't think she never said. But then she's probably have to step into a role as being like, a second hand to the mom.
Yeah, like she's playing a mom role. Wow. Would you like to come up and tell us your story? Anybody that would like to come up, the link is in the chat for us to bring you on stage, and we would appreciate you coming up and let us hear your voice.
You're gonna have a culture shock in
the Oh my God! I better not even think about buying no oxtails. I can already feel it right now.
No oxtails. Them it's like $17 for 4 bones.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Anybody in here? Anybody in the Barbara? How many brothers and sisters did you have? Anybody in the chat? Did anybody have grow up with maybe 10 people in their family, or even 6, and thought that was too much? Because it wasn't having the 6 boys. We didn't have no issues or no problems at all.
I just think about the fights that the kids, just over toys, having to share. Growing up as a kid, like when you're older, it's probably like, okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember my brothers ever fighting. Like, I don't remember them ever fighting. For nothing. Like, I don't.
It was only a girl.
I'm saying them, I don't remember them ever fighting. They probably did outside and I didn't know. Maybe they knew better than to fight in the house. I don't really know. And I only remember, like, my parents didn't whoop us. I remember my brothers all got a whooping. I probably told this story before. My brothers got one whooping that I can remember as a child. I was 12. They were younger than me. And my dad had bought us all ice cream and they kept playing in the house. I was sitting on the porch by myself. And my dad said, y'all better stop playing before you drop ice cream on these hardwood floors. And next thing I know, somebody's ice cream fell, and my dad came and whooped every last one. Every last one of them got a whooping. He didn't care whose ice cream fell.
That's another thing.
So I didn't want my own ice cream.
So if I was the only child, I probably would have been in trouble because I done did some things where I done broke the light switch. It was a mistake. It was an accident, but I rigged it up just enough for the next person to come and touch it, and that person would break. Or I done broke a plate playing in the house when we know we're not supposed to play with balls.
So there was games being played.
Glued it together. Yeah, so I could say, "Oh, well, I didn't do it," and then that person say, "I didn't." So a lot of people can get away with it, but at the same time, a lot of people finna get a whooping if they don't come to the conclusion of who did it. How was that for you, Pretoria, growing up as the only child? Because I know my son was the only child for 11 years. Well, 10 years. I'm the oldest of 5 on just my mom's side. My dad is still having children. I lost count, but his total is close to 7 or 8-ish.
Wow.
I got an uncle who has about 20 kids.
Again. How, 20?
Yeah, I got an uncle that has about 20 kids.
You said 20, boss chick?
Mm-hmm. They don't all live in the same house because, the situation is mama's babies, daddy's maybe. So they're going to live with their mom. But he got about 20 kids. Can you come up, the periodic, and speak on your situation of being the oldest of all the kids? Because I know that's where you have to become like an adult in a situation. Getting your brothers and sisters ready for school. Barbara said, I wish I had more siblings because I'm the last survivor of my own. See, that's the situation also being the baby of the family. You probably outlive everybody and you got to be the strongest. I think Miss Kim got kicked out again, y'all. Yes, ma'am. One moment. Boy. Okay. We're gonna wait for you to come up.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay.
I keep getting kicked off.
Thank you for coming up.
Yes, ma'am. One moment while I link. Okay. So here's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
if I
here.
go
Y'all
silent, it's
forgive.
because I got kicked off again.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Forgive the noise. I am on public transportation today. But yes, I'm the oldest on both my mom and my dad's side. They were innocent. I'll say it that way. They were virgins when they conceived me, so high school sweethearts. And then 2 years later, my mom had my little sister.
Wait. You said it was virgins when they conceived you?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Your parents were?
They were still in high school. They snuck around to spend time with each other. I was told by both my grandmothers on both sides of like my mom's mom and my dad's mom both told me that they were best friends, and that's how my mom and dad started hanging out. And it just went on from there. And then whoop, Bob's your uncle, and here's Ray.
Wow. Interesting.
It was hard, not hard, but I did have to grow up fast though. My mom kept having kids, and so did my dad after that.
And y'all all lived in
And
the
you were
same
the
household?
oldest.
Right. Yep. I'm still the oldest. Like in our family, there's the age hierarchy. So if I say something, that's what goes. It doesn't matter if they agree or not. Like that's just how our family is. But yeah, at 2 years old, I was learning to
Yeah,
cook on the
that's
stove.
kind of how I grew up.
Forgive Miss Kim because she's going in and out. But you have to, like you said, step in to do the role of becoming like the oldest child, like helping out in the
Right.
kitchen, cooking, cleaning.
Doing hair, all of that. By the time I was 9, like my youngest, she doesn't know how to cook. She does. I mean, I do everything. My oldest is just now learning to cook and stuff. But by the time I was 9, I was out in the field doing the outhouse cleaning. I know Miss Barbara is. I know.
Ooh.
Wow.
Outhouse.
I never actually saw outhouse or experienced what that would be until I came to Ghana. Like, oh, well, I went camping when I was 12 and we had to walk to a latrine to use the bathroom. And it was a nice distance. And I remember just thinking that was the freakiest thing I had seen because I remember being scared to look inside of it, thinking I would see maggots. And I had that same thought every time I had to go to the bathroom.
Yep. Snakes. Just like Miss Barbara said, snakes. Exactly what you saw. That's exactly how it was here in the U.S. too. And mind you, I'm not even 40, so.
Oh, wow. She said snakes at the outhouse. All the children had the first indoor bathroom for my grandmother.
I couldn't imagine having to use an outhouse.
Yeah.
They would have to bring a bucket in the house.
Dang it, I keep getting kicked off. I'm missing the whole show. Kim, did you hear about Donald Trump visiting a Black Detroit church campaigning? No, I did not hear about that at all.
What? You know what? I'm dropping off while I say something.
We'll have to look at that and see how that went.
Yeah, Donald T.
Petrolia said she was the only child, and she said it was boring. She stayed on the phone. She wondered how her personality would have been different if she just had one sibling. Can you come up, Petrolia, and tell us, like, do you feel like you were less sociable because you didn't have a sister? See, that's what I was thinking as well. Barbara said they had a bucket on the back porch.
I wonder how life would have been if I had a sister, but as I got older, that would have been my flesh and blood sister. And the only thing I can compare anything to was sisters I had, like I said, when sisters I would pledge with, or, my skate sisters or my TikTok sisters or my YouTube sisters. Like I had external sisters, like growing up wanting sisters and, trying to be a part of all these women's organizations. It just didn't work out for me. Sisterhood just wasn't what I thought it was. Watching how the sisters would treat each other and gossip about each other and talk about each other. Sisterhood was just not at all what I thought it was. So I stopped seeking sisterhood like that.
Wow. Wow. Very different experience, of course. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but that,
Would have
you
happily
always
gave you
want what
mine.
you don't have.
I was the one always getting in trouble. Like being the oldest, it was just like Boss Chick said, like she would break something and whoever was in charge, that's the person that gets in trouble.
You
I
know
would
what? I
think that
was the one that
everybody
got
should
in
get in
trouble if the
trouble.
house wasn't clean. Like if my mom came home and the house wasn't clean, it seemed like I got in trouble for it, but I was the oldest. And so I did experience that. Like no matter what happened, if the house was clean, but the bathroom wasn't, if I did my chores, but the boys didn't, I was the one that got in trouble. So I remember that clearly.
Oh wow, yep,
I
same.
think it probably would
Everybody.
have been better, like for us to have a little bit more siblings around our age because we could have split the chores. So,
Right.
but
Exactly.
yeah, it's like the oldest person always the one that's get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I did always. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I remember not being able to really have to even wash dishes till I was about 16 because my grandma would come. She would come from down south to visit, and she would stay with us a lot. Like she would come for 3 or 4 months, and go back to the south to Alabama, and she might stay at home a couple months, and she would come back and stay with us again. But yeah, I don't remember really having to wash dishes till I was about 16, but I do remember. And that is right about high school that I remember getting in trouble a lot, because something wasn't done in the house. But yeah, and I don't want to relive that either. Heck no. And I know little kids. I know this little girl that's like 8. She's grown now, but I remember her being 8, and she was cooking whole meals for her brothers and sisters, while the mom just kind of sat around and did nothing. And that was the first time I had seen that. I was grown.
Oh my. I don't know. Like the way. I guess it's the way my family is because on my dad's side, like if my dad were rearing us, like if he was responsible, I wouldn't have done anything. He treats his girls very differently than he treats his boys. My mom, she follows the hierarchy rule. Pretty much whoever the oldest is, that's who's responsible for everything. Like I remember getting in trouble a lot because I couldn't convince my sisters to do their part. So I was in trouble for not being able to control them. Yeah.
Now, did you move out the house first?
Yes, I did. I was pregnant with my oldest. I was a teen mom, and my mom, she wasn't strict, but she did not raise me to have children outside of wedlock. So that kind of was a big key for her. And I just decided I'm gonna leave. I mean, I already had a job. I was working at that time, Leon County Attorney's Office. I was working for an attorney and all. Yeah, I left. I had my baby in my stomach. Graduated high school. I thought I knew that. I thought I knew everything.
Do you regret
Uh-huh.
leaving home early?
Um, I don't regret leaving home early. I regret some of the decisions I made after, like the people I connected with after leaving home. Because my mom and I still stayed in touch. My dad and I still stayed in touch. I actually came back home a couple of times. I don't regret leaving early. I should have just never made the type of connections that I made when I left.
Yeah.
Oh. When you left home, did you notice that the child under you picked up all the rules and punishments or whatever?
No, she did not. And to this day, she is spoiled. She's the second oldest and does not know how to
Wow.
manage money.
Okay.
She doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
she.
interesting.
Yeah, my mom had a
That's
very
interesting that the
different.
oldest child.
Oh yes, go ahead, Miss Kim.
Go ahead, because I think we lost her again. She'll be back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that signal. Yeah, but it is interesting, like how she's even noticing it. I thought I was crazy for a long time. Like, why she doesn't have to? Technically, if I'm going out of the house, she's the next oldest, and if I were to pass away, it would be kind of the same hierarchy. Like she becomes like the matriarch. Essentially, that's what it would be. It was very different.
You got to
Um,
pick up your slack to get in the kitchen and start learning.
Girl, she don't know how to cook to this day, and she's 2 years behind me. She does not know how to do hair. She did all the things that I learned. I don't know. She just never. Now, once we get to the knee, baby, my middle sister, that middle child, she
She
can.
picked
I
up a
mean,
lot.
yeah, jack of all trades. Jack of all trades. From that one on, it's just that one child.
We have Pretoria saying that she's very picky about who she share her time with. It's annoying because people always want to hang out with her, but she's a loner.
Yes, Miss
And that's
Victoria. Please share, because I want to be by myself so bad.
that's probably how I wanted to be, but then I guess I'm okay that I grew up with at least one sister in the house. I have three, it's three of us, so it's three girls, but only two of us got raised in the house because my older sister was spoiled. She had her own room living with her dad.
Why you sound like the horse?
Huh?
That sounds like myself and the third baby had to share a room, while the second child, my second sister, she got her own space. Everybody else had to share.
But you were the oldest. You should have had your own room.
I should have had a lot of things. You know what? Tell that to my mom.
We have another video to add while Miss Kim's trying to come back in. I'm gonna play this video.
Janet here. How many babies can a woman give birth to at most? 10, 20, 41-year-old Miriam Nabatanzi, also known as Mama Uganda, has become the most fertile woman in the world, giving birth to 44 babies in total. Now we're gonna get gifts for Mama Uganda from here. We want to support her somehow because she has so many children. What she likes?
To have watermelon, tomatoes, onions, some mangoes, posho, rice, bread, and sugar.
Miriam and her children live in an almost unfurnished four-room house in a village located 50 kilometers north of Ugandan capital, Kampala. How are you, Mama Uganda?
Fine, how are you?
Fine. Can you tell us about your story?
Yatuzaala abaana mukaaga. Z'omuto yali asembayo era yandeka nnyina ennaku 3. Gimanyi kati ewano ne waffe Uganda ey'abamaama abataabo. Bamaama abaddawo ne batuuka okutta baganda bange 5 n'ensigala omu. Kati baganda bange bamala okufa. Abaganda bange bamala okufa wempeza emyaka 12, taata n'asalawo okunfumbiza.
That man who you were sold to.
Y'all see that? She said her stepmom put glass. Let me go back. Her stepmom put glass in their food and killed unalived all her siblings.
Bamaama abaddawo ne batuuka okutta baganda bange 5 n'ensigala omu. Kati baganda bange bamala okufa. Abaganda bange emyaka 2, taata n'asalawo okunfubiza.
That man who you were sold to, was he the father of all his children?
Abaana abaasooka nga bazaala nnyina emyaka 13. Basatu, omuwala omu n'abalenzi babiri. Ne ku byabadde akola nga nange sitasobola kumwagala nga bwe mulaba ndaba ekyekango.
After being sold to a man older than herself at the age of 12, she gave a birth a total of 15 times and delivered twins 4 times, triplets 5 times, and quadruplets 5 times. She had only given birth to a single child in her last pregnancy. However, she lost 6 of all
She was sold at 13 years old and had her first child, what she said?
Oh, God. Emyaka 13. Basatu, omuwala omu n'abalenzi babiri. Ne ku byabadde ankola nga nange sitasobola kumwagala nga bwe mulaba ndaba ekyekango.
After being sold to a man older than herself at the age of 12, she gave a birth a total of 15 times and delivered twins 4 times, triplets 5 times, and quadruplets 5 times.
Wow.
She had only given birth to a single child in her last pregnancy. However, she lost 6 of all these born babies. Why did your children die?
Abaana ababiri sisita wange yabansaba sinza kugamba lumbe lwabatta kubanga nakera mutya ne mukubira essimu ng'abaana balamu n'amaana akubira essimu nti abaana abo bombi bafudde. Nejjukira ndi munaku ndi masiikiri siina we ngenda muwa waabira oli alina.
So she said gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. Unalive, excuse me.
I missed the boss chick. You said she was sold?
I said she was what?
She was sold?
Her dad. Her mom abandoned her when they were kids. and her dad sold her at the age of 12 to a man, and she had her first child at 13.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
My brother had his own room, and my sister and I had to share a twin bedroom suite. Yeah, that's pretty much how it was, a twin bed. We had bunk beds, but eventually we took our bunk beds down and we put them side by side so that we could have our own sides of the room. But when they were on top of each other, we had a lot more space to play and dance, do whatever. There are 18 watching and 18 likes. Please hit the like button and feel free to join the chat. Thank you, Miss Barbara.
Thank you. Thank you for your support, because I didn't get no.
No problem. She had 44 kids. Only thing I hate is that we have to read, but can y'all see the reading or the words?
I can see it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Nejjukira ndi munaako ndi masiikini siina we ngenda muwawaabira oli ayinako ki omu yali mulwadde wa mutima ne mbaleka wano n'afuna omusujja ekiro nga siriiwo.
You're saying your entire siblings were killed by your stepmother. Then which sister of yours took your 2 children?
Taata wange alinayo baganda bange abalala abakulu be twali tuddako.
Can you tell us more about your marriage and your husband?
Obufumbo bwaffe tekubangamu mukwano, tekubangamu kwagalana, bikonde nga nze wakutaana ate nga ndi mwana muto. Tuzze tubeera mu mbirigi eyo, bwakugoba bw'ogenda paka mu nkomero ya byonna ekyasinga okuntabula. Nayina maama wange yankuzanga maama muka kitange. Era ye yayambala n'olugoye lwange mu buntu ye yalibadde maama ate n'agenda amwagala. Okitegeera n'amuzaalamu n'abaana. Akati awo nga ndabira ddala nga.
According to her story, her
Did y'all see that?
Girl, yeah.
Wait, I missed
her
it.
Stepmother. Her stepmother took her husband, I guess had an affair with her husband and ended up having a baby. I'm gonna replay this, but I gotta step away for just 1 second.
Oh my God.
Nayina maama wange yankuzanga maama muka kitange. Era ye yayambala n'olugoye lwange mu buntu ye yalibadde maama ate n'agenda amwagala. Okitegeera n'amuzaalamu n'abaana. Akati awo nga ndabira ddala nga.
According to her story, her husband would bring other women home and ask
deep.
Miriam to cook for them and do their laundry. Eventually, her husband sold the house they lived in and took all the money they had, leaving Miriam and the children flat-footed and ran away. Miriam was 37 at the time and pregnant with the last child she was going to give birth to. Together with her children, she took the road to her paternal grandmother to take shelter. How did you survive with the kids? Did you ever think of giving up?
Kaseera kaatuukako. Nendabira ddala nga njagala nze kennyini nveewo. Naye bwe nasirikira ne ŋŋamba naye kati mbalekera ani? Kuba waliwo akaseera katuuka ng'ekyokulya kigaanye. Onaakaaba, onaakaaba, onaakaaba. Oli bw'omu bw'oti mu nsi toyina muyambi yenna. Taata w'abaana bwe yatundira awaka ne ntambuza kigere okuva gye twali tubeera mayiro kumpi 30 n'omusobyo.
Now we are in Mama Uganda's living room. They just sit here, have a chat and sleep in here. We noticed that this place resembles a dormitory. People, of course, do not sleep alone here. 2 or 3 children are sleeping here. Just imagine 15 people are living in this tiny room all at once. Of course, there is no space to play games. This is the other bedroom. As you can see, they all lie down together and imagine 7 or 8 children sleeping vertically here. They sleep in groups. A person does not have a bed. A person has 2 or 3 bedfellows. What is your biggest regret in your life?
Nejjusa bakadde bange singa si be banzaala. Naye ate oluvannyuma n'oddamu oluvannyuma ne nga taata tosobola musayira musango ng'omusajja. Maama yekka gwe nejjusa lwaki yanzaala.
Did you find
Barbara says she can't see some of the words. It's too light or small.
I can give a brief synopsis, Miss Barbara, if you need to.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes, ma'am. This makes me honestly just be humbled, really, where I am. But this young lady, She's about 41 years old, 40ish. She was sold by her parents, her father and mother. At the age of 13, she had her first kid. She was sold to a man that was about 40, from what I'm gathering. And I could barely read it as quickly as it was going. But she's had up to 44 children. 6 of them have died. She claims that and I don't doubt, but I'm just got to say for YouTube, allegedly, her stepmother placed glass in the food. Hey, baby, placed glass in the food. Excuse me, y'all. That she was given to her and her siblings, and 6 of her siblings died. Currently, she and all of the rest of her children that are living, which is a little over 30 something, they're all living in that one 2-bedroom house that you guys see now. They've died from malaria and other diseases, and of course, not being able to provide food. Yeah, this hurts my heart. It really does.
It's crazy. I'm sorry. I just got back on, y'all. I'm missing the whole live. I really am.
She also said that her stepmother had a relations with her husband and had a
Yes,
baby, but he also had
Correct.
yes,
like 5 other wives too, right?
yes. And she was the last wife. So a wife of convenience, pretty much.
This is just sad.
Oh, wow.
Find and meet your mother afterwards.
Oh,
Maama
God.
kyenje mulaba
Now, did she
omwaka
say
nga
how
gumu
old
neera tanjagala kati maama wamala
I think the here the H said she had like age 44 or something, 41. It says she's 41.
Regret in your life.
nejjusa bakadde bange singa si be banzaala naye ate oluvannyuma n'oddamu ok'oluvannyuma ne nga taata tosobola musayira musango ng'omusajja maama yekka gwe nejjusa lwaki.
She blames her mother for giving birth to her and abandoning her. That's the most regret she had in her life.
yanzaala
Did you find and meet your mother afterwards?
maama kyenje mulaba omwaka nga gumu neera tanjagala kati maama wamala otulekawo awaka.
Miriam always
She met her mother a year ago and her mother disliked her.
Oh, wow.
carried photos of her mother that her father had given her. Many years later, a man saw the photos and said that if she wanted, he could take her to the house of the woman in the photo. When they got to the house, her mother didn't recognize Mariam, and on top of that, she had warned Mariam never to call her mother, since her husband shouldn't have learned that she was married before and had children. She sent Mariam away, telling her not to come again.
So her mother was married and had a baby out of wedlock. This is probably the reason why she left her. Is that what he just said? He could take her to the house of the woman in the photo.
To the house of the woman in the photo. When they got to the house, her mother didn't recognize Mariam, and on top of that, she had warned Mariam never to call her mother, since her husband shouldn't have learned that she was married before and had children. She sent Mariam away, telling her not to come again. The walls are not even painted. They have a TV here for fun. A freezer, it's empty. You see how the couches are. The cushions are completely gone. Yes, they're siblings, but they're more like friends. Their age groups are so close. The eldest is 25 years old and the youngest is 5 years old. What are the doctors saying about your situation? You're so fertile. Is it some medical condition?
Weewaawo we naweza abaana 18 nagendako mu ddwaliro nga njagala okukoma ne bankera ne baŋŋamba nnyina amagi mangi sisobola kwekomya ngira nnyongera okugakendeeza kuba gajja kundeetera obuzibu okufuna ebizimba n'ebisigadde kati ne nsooka nziramu awo ne nzaala bwe nzizeeyo.
Mariam has a genetic predisposition called hyperovulation, which releases more than one egg in a cycle and significantly increases her chances of giving birth to twins, triplets, or quadruplets. She had continued to give birth because of a doctor who had misled her by saying that she had to keep giving birth to reduce her fertility. Otherwise, the tumors that might form in her ovaries could kill her in a short time. No, 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 no.
Anti agenda kuba mukodo kati gwe toba mukodo tokolanga ye bwakolakolanga gwe nganze wenkulagidde.
That's your son?
Is that better, Barbara? Can you see the words now? She's saying that your brother is selfish to you. You don't be the same as you are to him. We keep losing Miss Kim, but I think she'll keep popping back in when she gets signal. Is that better for you, Barbara?
This is the last one. How do you come up with new names for every born child?
Amanya agamu g'abazanyi b'aba Nigeria, amanya agamu.
Okay, guys, this is crazy.
So
I've
she
got to
came up
share
with
with
the
you.
names for her
I was
kids by
paying
watching
100.
Nollywood movies.
Agamu g'abuzanyo bwenda pa ku TV okugeza nyinamu gwe bayita Ozo muzanyi wa Nigeria naye nga batulugunya omulenzi oli awaka nga Mukama Katonda mudde ate ye bali be batwalanga abaana omwana ono gwe bayisa obubi ye yanunula olujja olwo n'okulufuula olw'omugaso.
Wait. What was that?
She was locked up with dogs. She was locked in a toilet room, apparently, chained up with dogs to eat. She was held against a tree and abused.
That's what she ate?
That's what she said just now, is that she ate with the dogs.
Nigeria naye nga batulugunya omulenzi oli awaka nga Mukama Katonda mudde ate ye bali be batwalanga
Oh no, this
abaana
is a man
omwana ono
she's
gwe
talking
bayisa
about.
obubi ye yanunula olujja olwo n'okulufuula olw'omugaso.
Can you remember all of your children's names and tell us every name one by one?
Kati abangi be nazaala bannema amannya kakati mugenda okubuzibwabuzibwa kuba waswa nyina bangi banakatonyina bangi waswa muto waswa mukulu Nsubuga nyina Jagati nyina Emulani Namutebi Jane Nalugamba abobuzannya nyinawo Atimu Joseph Shiala Pensosozuku Chiwoma Magayo Shamira muto nyinawo Shamira mukulu nyinawo Dija nyinawo Viola nyinawo Musoke nyinawo Trevor nyinawo Kao nyinawo Emulani nyinawo bangi kagamba bonna nga ng'omuzadde bonna siina gwe simanyi ne wemba simutegeddera mmanya nti gundi taliiwo ne gundi takola ki.
There's one more room there.
She says she never forget her kids' names, so she just named all of her kids. Most of her kids' names she got off of Nollywood movies.
This is my mom's room. She sleeps here.
She sleeps alone?
Yeah, here.
So this is her clothes, right? She likes clothes a lot, huh? This is her picture.
Yeah, that's our picture.
Do you remember all of your siblings? Do you remember their names?
Yes.
What do you like to do with your siblings?
I like
Football. Yeah. What do you want to do in the future?
to be businessman.
She's a Muslim, but her ex-husband was a Christian. That's why some of their children choose to become Christians and some of them choose to become Muslim. Not all children of Mama Uganda live under one roof. There are many rooms side by side here. Her older children live with their wives. When we move forward, there are small rooms over here. Here are the rooms again. Here the older children also live with their own children as they have started their own families. There are grandchildren too. Here is the workshop where Mama Uganda works. Again, there are houses for older children here. In this large building, both Mama Uganda and about 10 to 12 children live together. This is the room where Mama Uganda produces and sells medication. She didn't want us to come in here with shoes on. She produces medication here. She does a lot of work to make a living with her 38 children. Her greatest desire for all her children is that they receive an education. Sometimes she collects and sells scrap, sometimes she works as a tailor, sometimes as a hairdresser, and sometimes she prepares medication from plants and sells them, stating that the medications she prepares are good for infertility. Miriam also says that although she is a Muslim, she also produces and sells alcoholic beverages. Do your children ever get jealous of each other?
Kizibu okumanya omwana gwe njagala ne gwe saagala siinaako kusosola siinaako kyekubiira era nga bo.
What is your vision about raising a
She said she loves her children equally, but there's I don't have at least or more favorite children.
omwana gwe njagala ne gwe saagala siyinaako kusosola siyinaako kyekubiira era nga bo.
What is your vision about raising a child?
Mu bulamu bwange saasoma nsobole okubeera nga bonna nfune badokita nfune balooya nfune egamba abaana bange nga tebafaananga nze. Omwana omuwala
She was never educated and she want her kids to become doctors. One of her daughters is a nurse.
yafuuka nnansi ebyembi tannyambye nga maama.
But she has not supported her mother.
Wow.
So her daughter has become a nurse and has not supported her. That is
Right.
like
Wow.
a hurtful feelings that you did all this for this child and you would think like, okay, my child can now take care of me or, you know, make a better life for me. But I guess maybe she's like, well, my mom got all these other kids. Like, am I supposed to take care of all of them?
Right. Yeah. I mean, but at least she can make sure her mom is okay with any little thing, you know?
Right, right. Even though my mom and I lost contact, I mean, it was a couple times that we didn't talk to each other for various reasons. But I wouldn't think of that now. That
Wow.
I agree.
And
yeah, like
she's
even
still very young. This lady with all these kids.
yes, she's not very much older than me. I'm 36. She's not too far ahead of me.
Exactly. I'm about there. I ain't gonna tell you my age, but
You young girl. You young.
I'm still young.
Wow.
Yamala okusoma n'afuna omulimu emulago we yafuna eyamupaaza n'amutwala mbwerasya ye simanyi nakati sidanga mumuwuliza era simanyi bemukolage bemukwatako olw'obufu.
So she hasn't heard from her since she met the guy at school who took her to Russia. And she has no idea about her life or details.
What's funny?
That's
My
sad.
family is from Uganda. That's where my family is from. That we've learned through research it. They're from Uganda on my mom's side. It's crazy. I'm gonna tell her about this.
I wonder if the husband is keeping her away from the mom. Now I'm interested in the story, you know.
Right.
I wonder if the husband is keeping her from the mom.
Right, because if
Wow.
the stepmom, you know, intentionally, you don't mistake
Maybe
him for
she's
glass.
keeping him from knowing her growing up, like, you know, having this many brothers and sisters.
That's true.
Yeah.
That could be true.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
You can portray a whole different life when you go away to college and, you know, you don't have your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. I told people I was from California, child. I ain't never been there but one time.
It's funny because I ran towards anything that had my whole reason for living on dorm was because I just wanted to know what it was like to have sisters. And I just seek sisterhood all my life until I realized that it wasn't all that. But yeah, that's deep that her daughter, but you're right, boss chick. She could be ashamed of her life and her family.
Right, right. Because I think image over there is very like it's like something. If you don't look a certain way or do a certain thing.
Wow, that's deep. And your family's from Uganda? You did a DNA?
No, ma'am, I didn't do a DNA. My dad started researching his side of the family and found out some things. So I was like, well, where did you find the info? And it just dawned on me one day, like, you know what, find out the other side. And I was able to track back to the ships we came on and whatever they had documented, the area where the people were captured and transported across the country to the Ivory Coast.
So let me
And it was
ask you,
very
boss
hard.
chick and Harafat, if you put yourself in this lady's shoes. Now the stepmother had a baby with the husband. Boss chick, you first. In that situation, what do you think you would have done?
I mean, she's still a child, so.
Oh, she was still a child when that happened. When the stepmother
she was
slept with
young.
the husband.
She was like 13 when she had her first child, and I don't know. She probably was like maybe 15, but her mother, that's a hurtful feeling. The person who gave her away in her cultural marriage. was the one who slept and bared a child from her
Oh
own
God.
husband.
Oof. Yeah, she was young, so we can't even put our mouth on that because we don't have a clue.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I wonder what her dad felt. You know, this is the man I gave my daughter to, and then you want my wife and my daughter?
Right. Like, where is everybody? Where are where's the protection? I'm
right.
getting the
That's
hell out of here. So I ain't gonna never know. I gotta go. I can't. Mm-mm. No, I've seen too much on this. Just in Ghana alone, I've seen a lot. I remember, I don't know if I told y'all, when we came here on our 10-day trip, we met this little girl who was about 8 months pregnant. That little girl looked like she was every bit of 9 or 10 years old, but she must have started her period early. And she was full blown pregnant. Like, she looked like she was going to deliver any day. We started giving her, me and my uh, 6 sisters jumped off the van and started giving her money. Just putting money in her. I don't know how much money that little girl got that day because we didn't even know how much CDs was worth at the time. We was just giving her money. And we got back in the van, and I didn't hear the guy say it. I just heard the commotion. But the driver said that was a little girl's fault. But I didn't hear him say that. I just
It was her
started hearing the
fault.
women. Yeah, I didn't hear him say it. I just heard my sister's responding to him and him trying to explain himself. So I was like, what happened? And he said that it was her fault. And I was like, how do you think that that's her fault?
what?
Like, honest to God, somebody in her family probably had sex with her.
Yeah,
Somebody in her family
yeah.
did. That little girl ain't
That's
running
like
around
me
thinking
blaming my 9-year-old.
and stuff like that in Ghana doesn't get reported. It's kept. It's like a family secret. Nobody says anything on the regular. Nobody says anything.
Mm,
Wow, that's crazy. Sam.
It is sad.
blaming my 9-year-old for somebody. Oh my gosh.
Especially in
Yeah,
her
this was a
situation.
grown man. This was a grown man that said that. He's on a couple of my videos from when I was with my first year in Ghana. He's on a couple of my videos on YouTube because once my sisters left and I stayed, he stayed my security. And he let me know that I'm going to pop in and out because I don't want people to think you're here alone because you chose to stay. So he stayed my security for until I think the whole 40 extra days that I stayed there. But yeah, he did. He said that was the little girl's fault. And it just made me wonder, like, where's your damn head at? If you think that's that little girl's fault.
Exactly. Where is his head?
Right. Right. And if something happened to me, you're gonna blame me?
Wow.
Funa
And
nti
it's
nali
crazy
sirina
because he
bubeezi.
was very protective over us. Probably because he was getting paid. I don't know, but he was very overprotective with us. Like, people was trying to come up and hug us and welcome us back because at the castle they gonna love you like you one of theirs just to get whatever they can get out of you. And we wanted to take pictures with them. We didn't know nothing about Ghana. We didn't know that we were being taken advantage of or extorted or nothing. We just knew everybody was welcoming us. And he pushed the people back. And he told, I said, why are you keeping us away from everybody since we've been in Africa? Like, we can't hug nobody, we can't take pictures with nobody. He said, you see how you hugged those guys and took a picture with them? That's how quick one of them could have cut the strap on your purse or stabbed you. And I was like, oh, okay. So we just ended up, getting back in the van, and we just never entered. We just wasn't able to interact with people as long as he was our security.
It probably was a protection thing. Like, he probably knew.
Yeah.
Because I was watching one video
Yeah.
where this lady, there was a test though. They planned this. The lady's just sitting in the car, she's riding and she's holding her phone in her hand, but she's acting like she's asleep. And the man just keeps circling around the car, but it's a guy in the back on go. He ready. So he keeps circling around the car. He walks back and he walks forward again. And then he just reaches in and snatches her phone and took off running. The man in the back chased him down. Once he got the man and he was saying, stop, stop, everybody else started looking like, what's going on? And they started grabbing the man. And he told them that the man stole the phone. They started beating the man. He was like, no, don't beat him. Don't beat him. That's when they started questioning him and asking him, like, why would you take the phone? What was your purpose? Like,
Was
it
that
happens.
Africa?
It was in Africa.
Okay, because
I don't
see,
know
if
what
I don't
part.
know if y'all can ever hear Blacko on the phone. Blacko says this every time we go through the market. You'll hear him at some point tell me to put my phone to roll the window up because we're in an area where they will snatch my phone out the car. And he says that every time we go out, but I always forget, I get so into my, recording the videos every week, I forget. And then I don't remember which neighborhood it was that we go through, even though we go through the same area every week. But Blacko tells me every single time we're in the car, roll the window up, Hajia, before they somebody will snatch your phone. And then when we get to a safer area, he'll tell me I can roll the window back down.
I mean, we just got to be thankful that we didn't grow up in that situation where they're sold as kids and taken advantage of as kids at 9 years old, walking around pregnant.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
If they were on the news recently, within about a month ago, there was this big news, just this big old thing on the news where in Ghana, where this this father, the chief said he prayed to the gods, the lowercase GODS. He prayed to the gods that the gods will send him a virgin wife. And not long after that, this father gave his 14-year-old daughter to the chief. And while she was living in his home, it just stirred up a lot of controversy to the point where he took the little girl back, and then it made the news. And he was saying that he never touched her, he never had sex with her. But he, and I'm thinking, who the hell, what God do you think sent you a virgin 14-year-old? Like, you should have never let that little girl in your home. The father should have never given her to you, for one. And you should have never accepted her. If you prayed for a virgin woman, you didn't pray for a virgin child, but then you probably did, because this is what y'all do over here. Wow. And that was on the real news.
Barbara said Tennessee has made a new law for the death penalty for any child molesters. I hope that deters them.
But you know what? They don't that's not considered. They don't even consider that over here. Where we're talking, we know in the US what definitely could happen to you. We don't give our kids away at 14 and 10 and 9. But like over here, and I can't speak about Uganda except what I see on this, but over here in Ghana, that just doesn't seem to be a big deal because everybody keeps everything a secret. Everybody keeps family.
It's something to do with cultural, that they're allowed to do it due to cultural.
I don't think they're allowed to do it because in a situation where it was reported, there was a situation that did happen on the news where it was reported. It was a big deal. And I think in that case, the mother, I can't remember. It was something about when it went to court, the mother didn't tell the truth or something like that. So the guy ended up walking free. Now, the situation where the little girl, I told y'all a story about this little girl. I think she was about 9 or 10. She was selling waters, and she would always go into these guys' house to sell them water. And one day the lady said the little girl stayed in there a long time. And when the little girl came out, this was probably about 6-7 months ago, maybe. Wow. When the little girl came out, she was walking funny. So it caught the lady's attention, the neighbor. And the neighbor pulled her to the side and asked her what's wrong. And they had actually raped the little girl. And that made the news, which is how I found out about it.
Having daughters, this makes me almost afraid in America. I'll tell y'all where I'm at, but we're in Florida, and child abduction is so prevalent here. It's not even funny.
I used to be scared of those white vans.
Oh, don't worry about the white vans.
I think people scared of those vans all across the United States. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Don't worry about the white vans. Now we have school crossing guards. It's fake school crossing guards, fake like delivery people. Oh, girl.
I know. Growing up in Florida, when I was walking, and normally by myself, I would be I'll walk fast. Like, don't ride
Right.
slow next to me with your
Right.
white van.
Wow. Yeah, I
I'm
think
finna take a
everybody's
path.
cautious of the white van. Mm.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I mean,
back
you
in the
can't even
days they
own a
used to
white
ride
van
like.
no more without looking suspicious.
Yeah, you can't. Don't even get a Sprinter like trying to go out of town now around here because they might slash the tires.
But I
They
didn't
used
know
to
that
ride.
people were coming up missing in Florida. I wasn't aware of that. I just read the last
Yes.
time I remember a lot of people missing was in DC, and that was a couple years ago.
I had a recent thing go on with a family member that voluntarily went missing. And it was a child, and we were scouring the city. I mean, it was nothing. All it takes on certain parts of town where I am now in North Florida at that, which is the Bible Belt, you'd be surprised. It takes 5 minutes maybe for a child to get snatched. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they just ride by, hop out, grab them, and hop back in the car.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah, my
Are
daughters
they
don't go
coming up
anywhere.
missing? Are they being found, or they're just missing?
Well, this particular situation with my they came back home.
She willingly
Part
left though. She left with
Yeah,
like a
she
friend or something.
willingly
Okay.
left. Yeah, she left by herself because she couldn't hang with friends. And we're trying to tell her about these same situations. And now the friend is missing involuntarily. And now it's really
Oh
starting to
no.
click. So now she won't go anywhere without somebody with her. Like it was just that close. Like literally the day she ran away, 2 days later the friend is missing. Nobody's seen her.
Wow.
No summer school. Yeah. So now there's a citywide search for her.
I haven't
Oh
seen
Just
that
God.
that
on
quick.
news or anything.
Yeah, I sent prayers up. I mean, the only thing I know to do is get out and help look, and I don't know what else to do.
That's true. That's true. Oh
You
God.
just hope for the best that she's found safe.
Right, safely, safely. It's so many people, men and women. It's men too.
I
A lot
remember
more
that one.
men.
I remember one time my mom was in the shower and I was telling her, I was like, I'm gonna go down to my friend's house, but I guess because she was in the shower, she couldn't hear me. I'm talking about the next thing I know, the police is out in the whole area scouring, knocking on people's doors, looking for me.
Wow.
Yes,
And I'm like,
ma'am.
Yo,
Mama, I told you I was going to my friend's house. Well, I didn't hear you. Yes, my mama had the
girl,
police
your
out there
mama
knocking
was
on
on
people's doors
top
looking for
of it.
me.
She was like 911 come right now. My baby is gone.
Yep.
She
Oh,
had police out there knocking on people's doors looking for me.
As she
That
should.
was
I'm not.
first.
Yep.
It was embarrassing, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I understand her severity of, like I said, no white people. I could have been out in
Right.
the street and the white van rolled by and picked me up. So
Hmm.
yep,
Hmm.
yep.
Baby, I reached way down in my pocket. I haven't been in the streets, if you know what I mean. I folded mine a good little while ago, but I called in some favors that day looking for my sister.
mm,
Oh my goodness. This is horrible. I didn't even
these
have a clue
teenagers
that
are
this was
connected with
happening.
predators on the internet, getting tricked by older men. You're
Yes,
right.
I believe
yes,
it. I believe that.
that is
Like the
now
kids are
with
meeting people
teenage
on
boys.
Roblox.
Yes.
You have to watch your kids on these Roblox because it's grown people in these Roblox chat rooms.
Roblox, Got Your
Oh,
Life.
Roblox. Oh yeah. That's true.
I think I seen that a girl got kidnapped from a guy being in the Roblox chat room. She just say she was going to meet up with him. I don't know what the reason she was going to meet up with this guy, but she probably thought he was something different. He probably promised her some Roblox points. I don't know, but yeah, a
I think
child
I
had got
saw
abducted.
that. I think I saw that either on a YouTube or I saw it on somewhere. Yeah, I think I did see that. Wow. It's
Yeah, you
just
have to be
sad that
careful.
kids can't be kids. Like I was a whole child as a kid. Like I was a child. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't have all this stuff to worry about. And it's sad that little kids can't be kids anymore. You got people, fathers giving their daughters away to other men. It's crazy on this continent.
Let's see.
bulungi ssente n'asoma ebyayinginiya by'okuzimba akanika mmotoka ezo bw'atyo era ali eyo mu kibuga era kwabo abaddirira awo akyasoma bya bulambuzi tuwa naye era kati sente zamuyimiriza nti sinaba kutandika kukola ki poze mu mbeera ya covid eno nga bw'ogiraba abaana bazaaliddemu mu baana bange omu azadde.
So she's just saying that some of the jobs that her older kids have, some are car mechanics or doing other things, including one of my daughters who gave birth at one of her daughters gave birth at 14.
Alifayidde ku myaka 14 olw'ensonga nti ne mbatwala bayiga enviiri abalenzi ne mbajjawo bagende bayiga zi kompyuta okukanika bwe kutyo paka okusoma nga kuzzemu okusinga.
So she put some of her other kids in technical schools to keep them occupied.
Kubeera wano ne batambula ne babuna ebyalo.
If you had the chance to go back in the past, what would you do differently?
Kuba temuli kalungi konna okuleka okubonaabona. Ekyokubiri era naalisabye nzire mu nzaale kubanga kya mugaso Katonda yamanyi bw'akikola sijja beevuma nti babi oba mbalabe ng'ekikulumu oba Katonda eyansolako ekiki paka we maliriza okusoma nenoonyiza omusajja nga nze osanga yalisobodde.
So she said she would have found a suitable husband for her by her choice. She would have stayed, I'm not sure what that means, bachelor at a little young age.
A bachelorette.
I mean, you can be
single.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still be like a child and you still be, some predators still look at you. You could be wearing.
And she said she would still have her children. She would still have all her children.
Yeah, because in God's own way, those children are blessings.
Wow.
So she just chosen. She pretty much was saying she wouldn't be married, but she would still like to have her kids if they. Oh.
Yeah.
Secondly, I will also give birth again to all my children.
Oba Katonda eyansolako ekiki paka we maliriza okusoma nenoonyiza omusajja nga nze osanga yalisobodde. Simanyi oba mudda naakisobola n'essaawa zaalo buli musajja gwe ntunuulira.
She says she can still remarry because she's still young. But all those children, you fertile, so she gonna have a lot more kids if she does decide to marry.
Really, it's true.
Enda ku kadurowa waggulu mulimu akaveera kalimu amakerenda kaddugavu sadati gendo nyambeko yovayo lali musenge n'esimi kyaliko omwana ono omutwe guna atabusinga kawo tetujja musobola omutwe gumuluma omufuniremu bu painkiller obwa brown ne panadol.
She's just telling her kids to go get some medicine out of her medicine room to give to one of the children who has a headache.
And this is the kitchen area. The children's food is being cooked here.
What are you cooking here? I was at Fumbachi.
They made this room a kitchen. The dishes are being washed here again. While older children take care of their younger siblings, everyone is responsible for household chores such as cooking and cleaning. Miriam says she uses 25 kilograms of cornmeal every day to ensure her kids are well fed. Wow. Fish and meat are barely consumed. They've grabbed them. They carry those on their head. The children took the supplies to their mother together. What is happiness, in your opinion?
Waliwo omuntu asobola okufuna essanyu ng'ali ne bbaawe era essanyu lyange baana bange nawe mba nvuddeyo nga nyina ebincankalanyizza we nkomawo wano awaka.
She find happiness with her children when they discuss and they play.
Muna Kampala maybe wanchankalanya itambulayo usazeko nga aji kumuchele usazeko tolina womponera nga ibeni kabaka wa Buganda luga wabako tuboroze pitake pa masanda bora mpombe sorugana.
We're going to skip over that just in case it's copyrighted.
Vanish from society. But when each of my children grows up to be a productive part of society, I will be proud. When I asked Miriam if she wants her eldest daughter to marry, her answer was education first. Considering that Miriam was fifth wife of her ex-husband, I'm guessing that the man has at least 60 children. My personal opinion is that Mariam Nabatanzi is a person that is full of love for life. Her tragedies failed to kill the childlike spirit in her. According to UNICEF research, Uganda hosts approximately 5 million child brides today. There are bridal markets, especially in rural areas of Uganda, and brides are purchased by presenting animals such as goats or cows to the families of girls. Thank you for watching.
So we see the difference of the other family with their 18 kids and her with her 44 kids from Africa and the other people from the U.S.
Yes.
She
Yes.
can barely
Yes,
feed her
ma'am.
kids, but they spend at least $500 a week.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that's probably just the difference in the just being in a third world country, so to speak. She doesn't have that support. I don't even know where the husband is for this lady. Where's the
Yeah,
father of the
that's what I
kids?
said. Well, we would never probably know unless he do
Didn't
another
see him.
story.
Right. Didn't see him at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
we cannot get the innocence back after it's gone. You're right.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Police are now setting up these predators up and meeting. I've seen this. Police are now
Yep.
setting these predators up and meeting them to arrest them. And it is doctors and teachers. They even had something here in Orlando where they had a whole, what is that called? They had a whole thing where they took away
Oh, a
a lot
bus.
of people. Yeah, a bus. People working at Disney, doctors, um, teachers, all kinds of people got arrested just recently in a bus.
What state?
Orlando, Florida.
So Florida. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That sound about right. I was gonna say you must be in the South.
She has very handsome sons and beautiful daughters. You can tell they feel love regardless of what they. Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
yes,
Amen.
yes, you can see that. And you can see that she really loves her children.
Yeah, she's sacrificing what some people, like she said, some people are happy when they have their husbands, but she finds their happiness in her children.
Mm-hmm.
And I could
Mm-hmm.
imagine not getting it from everybody else. Why not take it from self? Because that is you. That's how I see it. Those kids are me.
Right, exactly, exactly. And she has a lot of herself because that's 40 something. She had 44 kids or something like that.
44, and I think she only
Yeah.
got 38 because a couple were killed by her, or unalive, excuse me, by her sister,
Yes, yes.
her
She's
Oh, I
still
didn't.
stepsister.
That must have been when I got kicked off. What did the sister do?
Her stepsister, she couldn't file a case against her because her stepsister had allowed her kids to pass. She was saying something about
yeah.
that.
She
I'll
said
send you
she
the link
dropped
so
them
you
off.
can look at it.
Yeah, because that is very interesting, Miss Kim. Yeah.
Hmm.
She said I think I remember a tidbit too. She said she dropped them off and then got I guess a phone call or whatnot during the middle of the day, like your kids are passed on.
Mm-hmm.
No
All
explanation.
in
No,
one day?
ma'am.
What she said?
Was it all in one day?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
it was in all in one day.
No. Oh, girl. All I know is two of her children gone.
Mm-hmm. But on the hands of her stepsister.
Oh God.
Them steps, boy. Listen, the stepmom and the stepsister. So she was just all around black sheep, outcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I seen
Oh, that's.
another one here. This lady had 69 kids.
Oh, girl.
Fyodor Vasilyev was a peasant from Chaya, Russia. His first wife was Mrs. Valentina Vasilyev. Valentina is claimed to have lived to be 75, and between 1725 and 1765, have had 69 children.
Could you imagine having 69 kids? Like, you pregnant
No.
this year, you have this baby,
No.
and then you pregnant again next year.
No.
But
It's a
then
Never.
you're not
9-year
having
difference.
one baby, you having multiple.
Now, I've
Oh.
had 6 children total myself. 2 of them are living, but none of them were stepping stones. It was a couple years apart.
You had 6?
Oh.
Yes, I've been pregnant 6 times. 2 of them survived.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
that's a
Wow.
touching thing too, like to go through a whole pregnancy and then not come home with the baby.
Yeah, the most recent was just this past October, and that I don't want to say I kind of gotten used to it. I just look at unaliving, differently than a lot of people do. Y'all gonna call me crazy, probably.
No, I understand. Uh-uh. I know my neighbor had a whole pregnancy. She found out when she was about, I don't know if it was her second trimester, that her baby was unalive. Her baby was not alive in her stomach, but she had to she had to go straight into, she had to carry the baby for 9 months and deliver the baby.
Yep.
And I don't know why, because I never experienced that, but she had to carry the baby. And then she came home from the hospital and started preparing the baby's funeral. And she ended up getting a urn shaped like an angel to put her baby in, the baby's ashes in. But yeah, that's deep. I can't imagine carrying it. She had to carry a baby that she knew was not going to take care of. That she knew was already gone.
That's sad.
I still, when I went to my high risk appointment, I could still see tinges of, red and blue on the ultrasound as oxygen in blood. So I could still see the tinges of oxygen in blood, but nothing was being pumped. So I kind of knew from my healthcare background, like something's wrong. There's no movement in any of the fluid. And then they induced me that same day. It was not a
That's what
wait.
I was gonna say. Like, why would they make her still carry the baby instead of just inducing her if they know that the baby is no longer there?
I don't know.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really know her like that. She was just my neighbor, and she was just my neighbor. We would speak, and were cordial. And a couple times I went in her house and we had a conversation. But this was after the pregnancy. But yeah, I don't really know why they do that.
And you were saying hair fat?
The only slight little information that I did get, my sister is a pharmacist and she was a nurse at one point, but she says that it's some kind of hormone that after the, fetus is unalived, there's some type of hormone that your body will produce that will naturally cause you to go into labor and expel. But when that doesn't happen, especially back before, now I don't know how many people, don't nobody tell your age, but and there was time where you did not see the doctor. You saw the doctor at 6 months, and then 6 weeks, and then again at 6 months, and then after that it was every week. So you would go about a 4 to 5 month period without going to the doctor. So that would have been a time period where the baby could have, become unalived inside and just waiting on hormones. I was not. I don't know for her. It's so weird because they induced me the same day. They made me go straight from the high risk to the hospital.
This was probably 90. I think this was probably 94, 95 when she went through that. And even me growing up in Detroit, having my kids, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I had to see the doctor once a month straight through until the last, I think the last month or the last 2 months, I had to be seen every 2 weeks. But I've never had a pregnancy where I went one time and then went back again in 6 months.
No, I think you do the first 6 weeks, you do your first checkup to make sure everything's fine. Then they ask you to come back in another 3 months. Unless you're high risk or something, they may
I
ask you
never
to come
went
back.
through that. Yeah, I never. With all 5 of my kids, I had to see the doctor once a month. I was only high risk with. You know what? I wasn't high risk with any of them, but my last baby, I think when I got about 6 months pregnant, they started seeing me once a week, and I don't really remember why. I was high risk at that point for some reason.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
why,
your
because
glucose.
glucose. And once you reach a certain age too, you're automatically high risk. But after that 6 month period, they want to see you every week because there's a higher chance of blood clotting. That's was the cause of my child unaliving.
Blood clots.
Blood clots in the umbilical cord. I forget the medical term. It's some long, but yeah.
Interesting. I'm glad I'm done with that because just having to take that glucose test alone was nerve wracking. I had to sit there and drink that nasty, thick They gave you a choice of like an orange flavor and like a 7-Up
Yes.
flavor. It was just thick and nasty. Oh my God.
Oh, you got a choice. Look at God.
Yeah, I had a choice. And
Girl,
it,
I'm
it
It was
didn't
delicious.
even
like I
matter.
can't even
But
remember that fact. Far back
they had
though.
this big old tray of donuts. Like, I don't know if they just wanted the sugar, but it was this big tray of donuts. I could eat all the glazed raised donuts they had because I love them. But that drink was too much.
Yeah, I'm not rushing to have another. I do want to have another, but I ain't rushing.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna finish the video.
16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. Vasilyev also had 18 children with his second wife, who had 6 pairs of twins and 2 sets of triplets, making him a father of 87 children in total. The data about Vasilyev's children are included in the Guinness Book of World Records.
She had so many kids, they had put her in the Guinness Book of World Records. Can you imagine? Like, you have to have like a whole compound to have that many, to house that many kids.
Right.
Literally, her
Look,
children could run one full floor at Amazon. Problem.
Wow. Yes, they could.
you can't keep your eyes or give them much attention to that many children.
That is very true.
Like that one girl in the beginning of the video, how she says she gave her kids the option to do what they want to do because one want to do swimming, one want to do karate. I don't think you can give them a choice. Like, you're gonna have to put 10 of them at least in one sport and another. This is a lot of kids.
Whew.
Kids, that's all I can say.
Thank God for my 5 because I can't imagine.
Can
I
you
can't
believe
imagine.
Juneteenth holiday didn't come until 2020? I told you they didn't make it a national holiday until recently. This is another lady that I'm following. And I love her story because it's just like the love her husband give her. Just not having to be a single mom. Let me see if I can share the screen. I love her.
Let's see.
Why is it not playing? Hold on.
It is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024, and it is approximately 5:44 in the morning. I literally just got up to use the bathroom and got up because Leia was crying, and I just had my bloody show. So this could mean that it's go time soon. This could mean I have no kind of pain or anything going on right now. I went to the doctor yesterday to go see my midwife. I was 39 weeks and 5 days. So I am 39 weeks and 6 days today. And I just had my bloody show. We talked about maybe doing the midwife brew with castor oil, probably going.
So she's pregnant with her 8th child, and she's had all natural births. She's better than me, cause baby.
Yeah, I
Kudos,
had
girl.
all natural
Yeah.
birth as well.
I told them bring the doctor.
Yes, same.
Yeah, I had
All
all
natural.
natural birth.
Well, I tried. My first child, I tried. I really did. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just give me the IV pain medicines or whatever through my IV. But them pains started kicking in, baby. I was like, I can't do it. Call the doctor. Please call the doctor.
I was scared of needles. That was my issue. I didn't want to have natural kids. I was just terrified of the needle and the process, which is the only reason. But I had my baby, they induced my labor. And when I got my labor induced, it was like you go straight into full-blown labor. There's no gradual pains. And I begged them people for an epidural, but the lady said I was in too much pain and screaming and moving too much for them. It would be too risky because I couldn't control myself with the pain. But yeah, I would have gotten an epidural with every last one of mine if I wasn't afraid of the needle.
Yeah, you were right. You were rightly afraid. Because my epidural needle broke off in my back. With my first child, and ever since then, I will not. I'm not. I don't want them to cut on me. I told them if I pass, save my baby. You know, I'm just in that state of mind because I could have been paralyzed.
Then they had to cut you to get the needle out?
Thankfully, the very tip of the needle, the part that broke off, was sticking out of my back, and it was a nurse that noticed that I was bleeding from the back, and she said to lean, and she saw it, and they immediately called the doctor. I was in the middle of labor on my side. I could feel my baby crowning, and they're trying to get it. Now imagine I'm 18 years old. Right. My mom is not there because we had fallen out. My dad was not there just because he was driving trucks at the time, I think. My daughter's father was not there because we were never in a relationship. You know, that was the most traumatic birth that I ever had. Even though the pregnancy was good, being there alone, yeah, that was it. Even with like miscarriages, other things that I've gone through, even the stillbirth was not half as bad. It was being there alone. And after that epidural needle broke off in my back, I have a scar to this day. You can see it where it is, and I don't even want them to take my blood. Yeah, we're good.
They say women that do get the epidural do have a lot of back problems afterwards. I wonder how true that is, because
that
I
was
do have
one of
back
the risks
problems.
they said.
And I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
one of
because
the risks they told us about was the back, that you always have back problems.
I know I sit down for like 10 hours a day at work, so I don't know if that has something to do with me. But as soon as I stand up, it's like, oh my God, it's like I'm carrying a load, like I'm still pregnant. My back is hurting.
Still?
Barbara, you ain't never been pregnant? Barbara says she ain't never been pregnant.
Miss Barbara, I'm jealous.
She said, I'm scared of needles. I ain't never been pregnant. Shit.
That was my thing too. I used to be scared of needles, and I was like, I can't have no babies because I'm scared of needles. But once you got pregnant and you start getting them, it's like, okay, it's a thing you have to do to be able to. But yeah, they have to put those IVs in you, and you have to keep them in and hold your arm a certain way, because if you bend it,
Yep.
I feel you, Miss Barbara. Let's see.
Went into this weekend, I was going to do it. And right now, today, I just had my bloody show. I am having so much like anxiety. I still have to do girls' hair. My husband has to get a haircut. Why am I thinking about that stuff? But oh my goodness, my baby may be coming today. Okay. That means that I may be having a baby during the day. Typically, I have babies at night, but this may mean that it's go time. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on because I don't want to mess up my sheets or anything like that. My water hasn't broken or anything like that. I'm going to just put this on, have really no pain. Some kind of slight discomfort I was feeling overnight, but nothing out of the ordinary. I'm going to go ahead and put this on and go back to bed because it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning and my husband is up. And I was just telling him, I was like, are you going to be able to get a haircut today? And he looked at me like, babe, really? Yep, that's what I'm thinking about at this moment. Let's go ahead and put this on.
I love the way he loved her.
Yeah.
They're in the U.S.
Yeah, they're in the U.S. I think they're in Florida. She said Duval.
Oh yeah, that's Jacksonville, Duval County. I remember that with this leg. I miss it.
You ready? You sure? This is not here. It'll be on you.
I was just looking at that. Is that a tub behind her? Because I need me one of those rinse off things for my tub.
I think so. What's going on?
She's getting back in the bed. She had to put on a something like a Depend, an adult diaper, because her mucus plug is starting to shed.
Yeah.
Checking in, you guys, is
Don't
approximately.
Don't hit me with your.
Approximately.
There's no reason to check in.
8:45 in the morning, 3 hours later from the last time I checked in with you guys.
And
I was
she's
happy.
been chilling.
I had
outside.
He's so
tumbled
old.
out the bed, ran downstairs. Now she wants to go swimming and do all this other stuff. Nothing's wrong with her.
You guys always wonder whether or not we argue. This is us arguing.
Don't understand. Watch you get a flip first. If you'd seen her get out the bed,
I did not flip out of the bed.
half a tumble soap.
Guys,
half a tumble soap.
he needs a haircut with the two boys. The two.
Nobody ain't worried about that.
All four of the girls need their hair done.
Ain't no money.
We're not having this baby during the day. Babies need to come at night when the other babies are sleeping.
Layla came in.
My mother was supposed to be here 2 days ago, and I canceled her flight.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Go to the nail salon.
No, she don't. It don't even matter. None of that stuff matters. You know what matters?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't
God.
matter. God, God has a purpose and a plan. I get that. I get it. I get it. Are you saying I brush things?
I'm just giving you the toothbrush because
he is such a hypocrite because when I tell him that his brush thing, he don't like it. And he
tell you her brush.
And you just brush your teeth, so now you feel so like inclined to tell me that my brush stinks.
No, I want to make sure you brush your teeth before you talk to the people.
Look how he being, y'all. Look how he being.
Look how he being, y'all.
Stop pointing your finger at them.
You just point your finger at them.
See how he doing it?
Hop up out the bed.
People be wondering. They was like, he's not the same person off camera and on camera. I'm so glad y'all mentioned that.
I'm not. I be laughing, joking. I'm affectionate.
Y'all.
I'm a totally different affectionate.
You said, is that a thing, the time of day that you give birth, about the same for each pregnancy, even with the gap in age? My siblings and I are all, you know what? I think I did have both of my boys at night. Like my son was like 11:56, almost 12 o'clock.
Mm.
But I had all mine in the daytime, actually.
In the daytime? Yeah, so that must be a thing. Like the time of day for your body specifically, it would be about the same. Because both of mine were in the evening. One was at 6-ish. She was actually born around the same time that I was born, my oldest. And then my youngest, she was like 11:55. I went into labor. 12:02, she was out. I was in the ambulance, and she was out.
And see me, I was in a rush. I'm like, I'm ready to get these babies out. So I was like,
heard that.
induce me.
Yeah.
Induce me.
If I wasn't ovulating so fast, I'm glad that my pregnancy, I think that's why the epidural needle had such an issue too. I was ovulating so like really fast. Not ovulating, what they call it?
Dilating.
Dilating, yes, dilating.
I was going to say ovulating. Hold on. Ovulating.
I got baby fever. I got baby fever right now, so just forgive me.
Well, the devil is a
Y'all keep.
damn lie. If you say, I will not say that, but I have a reason not to say I got baby fever. It's a lie.
I don't want no baby fever because my son about 18 and that's the only baby fever I'm scared to have right now. A baby fever of a grandma.
Right. How old is this lady, boss chick?
I've been watching her for like a couple times, but I don't know.
She
They're
looks
up in their
young.
40s.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, she
okay.
looks
I
young.
think they're both up in their 40s.
That's why she got baby number 8. I can't be there on camera.
I was having contractions 10 minutes apart for about a good hour.
Not having no contractions.
And it just stopped at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
It
So
probably was just gas. She passed a little gas.
nothing is happening.
It's just gas.
I feel a lot of pressure in my booty. I just want to let you know, it's your beauty and not your booty. Stop.
Oh, did they hear that?
Yeah, I still got the diaper on, y'all. I still got the diaper on, y'all. Boom, boom, boom.
Look cute in the diaper.
Boom, 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 boom. Baby bump is bumping. And my shirt is ripping. He about to watch a movie. We got to go and get nails done. And the boys got to get haircuts. Does that make sense? It don't make sense. Because I want to go and get my feet done. I want a pedicure. I want my toes painted. I want my new baby to see my pedicure. Y'all, no baby. I'm going to call United to see if I can get my mother on a flight. And we're going to see. And I'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes. All right, guys, checking in. 10:54. And I am dressed for the day. I'm about to head out to go get a pedicure. My husband's going to take the boys to go get haircuts, and me and the girls are going to get pedicures. So let's go. It's like nothing going on right now. So let's go.
I think I would have been at the hospital like,
no matter their age,
something going on.
nutrition.
Girl, I would have been too.
So now we gotta pick out our colors before you gotta get.
I think I'm going to get pink. I usually get white, but
She get white only because she's trying to copy me. And she knows it's true. I think I'm gonna get white because I have some French tip nails that I'm gonna be putting on. So yeah.
How many kids does she have, boss chick?
She has 7. This her 8th.
Okay.
It's not too bad nowadays.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people are having kids, multiple kids.
Okay, guys, now we're sitting down. Mom is on the phone with Grandma because we have to get Grandma down here right now. But I'm trying to see if I just want white or French tip to match my nails. I'm about to see how much it is.
I think her daughter just turned 16. I think they had like a sweet 16 for her.
Okay.
Oh, look at them swollen feet. I know that gotta feel good.
Yeah.
Girl, yes, when you can't feel your ankles no more, it does.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, you look handsome. Why didn't you get it cut down?
I did. She cut it down twice.
No, he did not. Turn around. It's growing back so fast.
Yes, that's just my hair. Can I get waves?
Maybe. Looks nice. To your hair. You gonna get some curls? Huh? I can't hear you. Come here. Are you gonna get some braids done this time? Okay. You gonna cut it all the way down? Huh? You gonna cut it all the way down? I'm getting braids. What are you gonna do about the gray hair? What you gonna do about the gray hair? I don't have gray hair yet.
All right, guys. So we are literally back in the car. We went and got pedicures. Hubby picked us up. Pedicures is right around the corner from the haircut place. And the boys are finished getting their haircuts. Austin's done. Antoine's done. Hubby's getting in the chair now. I'm literally having like really light contractions. Nothing to write home about. What did he do?
Yo, she's having problems with my hair right now.
Yes, I am having problems with your hair. Like, I want your haircut to be nice. Listen, it looks nice, but it looks like he needed to cut it down some more. What did he do?
He scissored it down. Because he said if it goes, this is the 4, and if it goes any lower, the sponge can't do anything.
Okay, sure. Why the sponge is juicing up Austin's hair? That's fine. Y'all better start learning how to tell these people that you got it. When they doing a service for y'all, y'all don't get up from the chair unless you like what you have. You understand me?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You time when you look in the mirror, you just like.
I don't play that. When I get my stuff done, I'm getting a service done, nails, hair, whatever it is, I'm going to be satisfied because I tip very well and I'm going to pay for my service. So I'm paying you and I'm tipping you, and you think I'm going to get up out this chair and act like I like something that I don't? Nope. And I've come a long way because I used to I used to ask my mother to speak for me too. And my mother had to teach me, you better, before you get up out that chair, and especially before you leave that shop, you make sure you like the service that you have.
Speak up. I can go get something free. I got my own money.
You can get a bottle of water. You're not getting no sweet juice. No.
Arizona?
No, you can get a water. You're not drinking enough water.
If you have your wallet.
Libby, mind your business, Libby. Libby, mind your business. Please mind your 8-year-old business. My mother teach my kids. NYOB. Right. NYOB. What? No. She said NYOB. Mind your own business.
NYP.
Yep. So be careful.
Whatever it is, mind your own business, mind your business, same difference. Mind your own business. The A and B conversation, see your way out.
That used to be the saying right there.
Yes, it was, girl.
This is an ABC. This is an AB conversation. So see your way out.
I mean, the world has the nerve to disrespect us as much as we do to get their asses on this earth. People have the nerve to disrespect the woman. What the God damn it?
That's why I was like with that one girl. She has not seen her mother. Her mother don't know her life or nothing. Like, that's just sad.
Wow.
I talked to my mother on the phone. She says, you look so exhausted. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I want to go home. My husband's
see how much the water is.
I want to go home, get my bed, maybe take a bath.
Can I go to the beauty place?
We are not going right now. Nope, I'm not going right now because I can't pay attention to you being attentive to the road right now.
I am attentive to the road.
I said I can't pay attention to you being attentive to the road.
You don't have to be paying attention.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You're a permit driver that you have to drive with a licensed driver. If something was to happen.
At least sitting right next to you.
Not at least just sitting there. Someone who's being attentive and alert.
Exactly.
I fall asleep and something happened to you in this car. Guess who's liable?
Nothing's gonna happen. Mom, you should stop. If you keep saying something's gonna happen,
I'm not saying that something's going to happen. I'm saying that
prepare.
Plan for the unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that something.
Lord, help me.
They don't get that the job of a parent is to protect you. That's my whole.
All I know is I
Yes,
want to go
that's
home.
true.
But it looks good, babe. I like it. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. How you like it? What happened? It's good? Yeah, it's low, right?
I can't hear you.
It's low.
Yeah.
Good. Affiliated together, yeah.
Brother, sister.
Yeah.
could be second cousins and stuff. Guys, we just left Tunis. I got me some food. If you're in the Duval area, y'all already know about Tunis.
She said Duval.
Tunis is good if you want some like fried seafood or something like that. Y'all, people be getting like fried chicken and stuff. I really don't mess with all of that.
What did she eat?
Fried strap. And I always get like 30 straps because I got 30. Anyway, I'm about to eat some. I've been craving this. No, I've been craving this for like the last month.
Some fried
And
shrimp.
the thing about Tunis is that you cannot order it on DoorDash. Lisa already found out the hard way because she be getting mushy fried food, and nobody likes mushy fried food.
No, man.
I don't like mushy fried food. Do you like mushy fried food, Lisa?
Yeah, she don't say nothing about it.
Right, she be loving it. She be loving it. She just found out, oh, I'm eating mushy food.
It didn't taste like that.
It's not mushy. It's smaller.
She say that after. She say that after.
And the things are mad big.
She say that after.
Look at how big these is. Lisa was eating little mini strips.
I'm looking at the car like it got to be 4 kids on that back row since it's 3 right here with a car seat.
Yeah.
All of them probably ain't gonna be able to ride. They probably gonna have to upgrade their vehicle.
Girl, they gonna need a K+8 van or whatever K+8 had. Wow.
Yeah, I tell you right.
I was so glad when I got my
18-year-old.
last time out of my car. I was grateful.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What was that?
What's the name?
That's how you hit something.
Ooh.
Oh my
She ain't
God.
have to do that.
I could see you. No, we ain't got time. Let's go.
You a hater. That sounds like a hater.
Oh my Lord. Look at that, y'all. This might be my last meal. We on program with my 8th child. Y'all. We're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna enjoy this. This tastes good, y'all. Lisa, don't be upset. This was eating baby shrimp. All right, they're over there going to the beauty supply store now. The girls need some stuff for their hair, so stopping here to get some stuff now. All right, guys, so we made it back home. Lisa's in the kitchen over there, chefing it up. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'm over here because I got some Amazon stuff from when we were going on our Legoland trip. I ordered so many bathing suits. I told you guys, trying to see which ones I was going to wear. And so I just always over order and then have to return. And so I want to get that done and over with before I have this baby. I'm still like spotting and stuff like that. My mucus plug came out and stuff like that, but no real contractions. So we're just going about it, just going, staying busy. And we are in Whole Foods. We just returned all of our stuff from Amazon. And my husband's over here getting him some stuff.
I like these energy drinks.
Hey, Layla.
I have not been to a Whole Foods. I don't think I've seen one. I'm gonna have to Google.
Probably not in South Florida. They're everywhere up here.
Didn't they say Whole Food has like they take like Amazon or something? You can order it on Amazon.
Yes.
Use Amazon
Yes,
credits.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just like a bougie Publix to me. I'm gonna just be honest.
We love Publix.
All right, guys, we just made it back home from Whole Foods. And I'm about to go ahead and put away my new pajamas I washed up the other day. Well, hubby washed up the other day. And hang up my robes. About to go take a shower and get these clothes off and just relax. How you feel, Pumpkin? Baby is tired. We was able to get mommy on a flight for today. So mommy will be here in about less than 2 hours. I don't even know the time right now. What time is it? 8 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock right now. Mommy should be here in about another hour and a half. So we shall see. But I'll see you guys in a minute. Huh? No, just gotta be taken out with the plastic. Yes, sir. Thank you for watching me, baby. Yeah.
just love the way he loves on her.
You know what? She act like she want to have her baby at home because I would have been at the hospital.
She do have her baby at home.
Oh,
it's another video I can show you. She has a home birth.
I wanted to do that so bad with this recent
Me
pregnancy.
too.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it because y'all know how I gotta call the doctor.
If I do get pregnant again, I'm doing it. I'm keeping the placenta, the whole nine.
Really?
Right. I just actually learned about that a few years ago.
The placenta?
People keeping their placenta, yeah.
Yeah, you keep it attached to the baby until it falls. It's naturally supposed to fall off. So pretty much just letting the process do what it does.
Oh, really?
Yep, and most of the time, the entire time the placenta's attached, you won't really have to breastfeed because it's still nourishing the baby. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh. I think that's pretty much it. She's gonna be in the bed.
I love shopping the Real Real.
But I just love the way he loves on her.
Yeah,
That's the one which he
beautiful.
has.
That's beautiful.
Her
YouTube is an amazing place to be, you know, because you get to peek into people's lives. You can type in anything and see an experience on YouTube. You know, if people stop messing it up, it's a great place to be.
Yes, yes. I've met some awesome people. Like you said, filter through the mess.
Yeah.
Well, that's her after the baby.
No, this is one of her home births. I think this is like an old one. Let me see. Back in it says 2 months
Unmedicated.
ago.
Yep.
This is 2 months ago, so the baby's not. I don't think the baby's 2 months.
You guys, I tried the castor
She said
oil with
June
the
10th.
midwife brew last night, and when I tell you things started happening
I think she
immediately,
just reposted this one.
guys, literally, and I had baby literally a couple hours later. I was in labor for 1 hour and had the baby like that.
You
So
see
I
her
was
hair is
literally
different too.
recovering.
This is one of her
I've
previous
been
births.
recovering all
Yes,
day.
yes.
Eating. My mother is so helpful. It's such a blessing to have my mother here. I'm just so grateful. I am like in awe. I have all of this oxytocin going on, and I just literally was just praying and crying and thanking God for His faithfulness. He's so worthy, even when we're undeserving of it. Bless you. So I'm just like so excited. I'm so grateful. Like I literally woke up this morning after I went back to bed, not pregnant. It was so amazing. It was such a like an awe feeling. Like I am not pregnant anymore. I was just pregnant for like almost 42 weeks. My goodness. I've been reading all the comments. People like use the castor oil, don't touch it. It'll give you diarrhea, have diarrhea. I didn't have any like terrible side effects. I literally drank. Lisa made me the brew. I gave her the ingredients. She made the brew for me, and it was not disgusting. It was actually good. I enjoyed the brew. The almond butter made the brew taste actually good. I like that flavor. So I drank it, and literally things started happening immediately for me. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for your prayers and for so many of you have reached out and was like, I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying for you guys. When are you gonna have this baby? I just love you guys, and I truly thank you for all of your warm thoughts, prayers, all of that good stuff. All right, let me know what y'all thinking though. Is this a baby girl or a baby boy? What y'all thinking right now?
Yep.
See the shower? Y'all see the tub?
Yeah,
I need one of those.
Yeah.
Right now. After you put that stuff away, can you put one on the table?
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm watching my face.
You're not like two.
I don't know, because I know when I take a bath, I like to still rinse off because you sitting in all that dead skin,
Yeah.
dirt. You gotta
Yeah.
rinse
Yeah.
off after your shower. I mean, after your
Yeah.
bath.
After the bath, yeah.
I'm about to call her right now. Right now, so what time is it?
Okay, 3:06.
About 40 minutes. 40 seconds. You can call me, say down girl. And just tell her that my wardrobe about 2:50. And the fact is about 3 minutes apart.
Latif. Latif, you snoring and I'm on live.
Her belly is just so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Hair fat, you still want to have your baby?
I sure do.
Oh
This
my
does not
God.
scare me. I have gone through this process 6 times. That does not scare.
Bless,
Birth does not scare me at all.
blessings, blessings, blessings.
Even with the stillbirth, the contractions are still the same. It doesn't change. Your body's still going through the same motion.
Right.
Yeah, and I have a whole team. My aunt is a doula, licensed doula. Like I'm good. My sister's a pharmacist, so I'm good. I'm ready.
Oh, she can write you a prescription for some medicine.
Yeah, or she can make me a brew just like what she did. It's a brew that induces contractions. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask where's her midwife or doctor because that is required.
Okay, just wait a minute. Just wait. Okay. Do you feel? Yeah. No, all right. So, do we have towels?
Yeah, right here. Right here.
Maybe. You're running. You're fine, okay? Maybe.
Need a dry top.
Stretching.
Is the baby coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby's
No,
coming
it
out.
looked like I saw the baby.
She said waiting to come on, waiting for the next contraction. Ooh.
All her stuff.
Oh, I do see the baby.
Yeah, you see the head.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm about to cry, y'all.
Oh
Yeah,
my
y'all.
goodness.
I'm a drop off, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thanks for coming in. Blessings to you.
I'm sorry, Hereford.
Yeah, me too.
What a sweet moment.
Yeah.
She did so good, y'all.
She did. She
I can't
did. She
believe.
did.
I
She
can't.
really did. Wow. Oh God. I know Hereford, you got emotional. I understand. Don't worry about it. You have a right to your emotions.
Exactly. And
Oh God.
I didn't even think about that. What she just
Yeah.
went through, and then this, it's just got to be touching. So I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But just her and all she went through, having all the kids, is just a lot for one
Yeah.
parent or one mother to have, like, all these kids. But it's the emotion that you get from having that new kid, but having to raise them is another story.
Right. That's true. Wow.
And then she allows her kids to be interactive. There was a comment. Barbara, Barbara's
Oh
scared of
yeah.
bills and the pain.
No, she won't have no kids.
All the time, God is great. Yes, He is. But it's just something that I just thought we should touch base on, just women and the emotions and the effects that it has on kids. Um, Even adults, not having a long time, giving up your free time. This is another one here about 3 years ago. This lady I could share before we wrap up. We've been on here for what, 2 hours and 12 minutes?
Yes, 12:24 a.m. here in Ghana.
I don't want to do math. It's a piece of cake.
Mornings here at the Dorico's house, it's like a ballet.
It's chaotic. We have to constantly be on them. Have a seat, eat your breakfast, let's get everything together. So it's definitely a job when they get down.
Who wants a banana? Raise your hand. The amount of money that we spend on grocery,
Oh my gosh.
25 to 3,500 a month.
Oh my God.
Easy.
We go through 15 boxes of waffles, 20 rolls of toilet paper,
18 loads of clothes a week. No ashy legs, right?
No ashes.
No.
We both have multiples on both sides of our family, but we have the most multiples that anyone has ever heard of.
Where's Darius and
So
Nico?
quintuplets means 5 babies at one time, right? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Pancho Cinco.
I had to say it like that.
Yeah, me too.
5 kids at one time. It's all about having a supportive. You're right. It's all about having a supportive family. Yes, 18 loads is what they said. And I can't imagine, because I have loads of clothes that I still be sitting on the sofa that I need to fold for a week. So I can't imagine going through that many clothes in a week.
Wow.
Up there.
Tell them to come down. I want them to go over the alphabet. After our oldest, I had 2 miscarriages. And so once I became pregnant, the doctor started me on progesterone to sustain my pregnancy. But all of our children were naturally conceived. Not one round of IVF. What's the word that begins with Y?
You?
Good. I am a stay-at-home mother, and my phenomenal, handsome husband over here is a real estate investor. What about the letter X? That's a hard one. I want the quints. They have X-ray. This is us. This is our life. We chose to have a large family. We also chose to make sure that we can provide for our large family. Darius, Dacia, Deani, you know your name begin with a D. Whichever one I'm trying to call over there.
We named all of our children with a D because I'm triple D. Dion Derek Dorico.
Darian is our oldest. She is 13 years old. She's smart, makes straight A's in school. She loves to socialize. She loves to make friends. At home, she's extremely helpful. She helps with breakfast, and she helps us to wrangle up all the children.
It's fun because you're never lonely and you're never bored. And then it's stressful because sometimes they don't listen to you and they just act like animals. Ugh.
It's a lot. Where she's 13 years old and she has to step in and help her mom.
Yeah. That's true.
These people are on a TV show. I haven't seen it, but I know I see that it was a TV show. The Sherry Show. All young ladies need to see these videos. Yes, about having a lot of kids.
She said they act like animals.
Well, thank y'all for stopping in. It was fun. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely inbox Miss Kim on videos that we should share that we can interact on. Thank you for the
Yes.
likes, subscriptions, any gifts or Zales that you guys may have sent over. We appreciate it. Miss Kim, you can
Yes.
close us out.
Yes, it is 12:28 here in Ghana, West Africa. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming back to the Chemisphere. I appreciate you. Like Boss Chick said, your comments, your questions, most importantly, your love and support, and for sticking by me through the thick and the thin. I love you all. Stay blessed and good night. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Harafat. Good night, everybody.